Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, Annie's Review Time. Wait, no, that's not it. It's, welcome back to Annie's Review Time. It's me, Annie's Review Time. And I'm going to do a video on Glee, a show that I watched. I watched it recently and I'm kind of rewatching it now. But I tried to shoot this video before and then I just didn't post it because I didn't like it. So now I'm doing it again. So yeah, I'm gonna sign the petition linked in the description below. I did it right this time. And follow me on Instagram. Maybe it'll be here. Hold on. Okay. So follow me on Instagram. And yeah, so the way I'm going to do this video is, I'm going to have, you can barely see my face. Okay, that's perfect. Alright, so the way I'm going to do this video is, I'm going to split it into two parts. Not two parts like a two-part video, but like two sections. So it's going to be, the first section is the characters that I did like, and then the second section is going to be the characters that I didn't like. So yeah, and as I'm like talking about the characters, I'll have like their picture and stuff. And I'm also going to have, like, the songs my favorite songs from each character on the side. So, yeah. Spoiler warning. And, yeah.
Excuse me. We'd like to send these back. But you ate all of it. Look, I'm pretty sure you have to do what we say. And this food was not satisfactory.
There was a mouse in mine.
First, the best character on the show, Miss Santana, Diabla Lopez.
Maybe try rocking back and forth. People do that in movies.
No, because I just try to be really, really honest with people when I think that they suck, you know?
Yeah.
No one gets it.
I love Santana. She's so good. Like, okay. Santana is has a very good development, and I was thinking about this like a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago. I was thinking about this because I was wondering why I liked Santana and did not like Rachel, and I realized it's because Santana improves on her character, and Santana also she's complicated because I was watching the wedding episode between Kurt's dad and Finn's mom, and Santana was doing a lot. I'll admit it, she does a lot very frequently. However, once she gets like her full redemption arc in the halfway point of season 3, she becomes a better person. And I'm not gonna I don't want to say after Finn outs her she becomes a better person, because Finn outing her he shouldn't have done that. I don't care what people say. She shouldn't have been bullying him, I agree. However, he also wasn't doing it because he was fed up. He was trying to show Rory that he could out insult her or something. It was really stupid. I didn't like the way they handled that at all, because then they tried to paint it oh, Finn did her a favor. No, he didn't. He really did not. And I think Santana's wrong for bullying him. However, I don't think he should have done that. Santana's also a good friend, and I think people try to okay. Rachel stans always try to act like Santana. Alright, you see, here's the thing. Season 5. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to talk about Season 6. I'm not going to talk about the Season 6 characters, because Season 6 was a traumatic experience for me. That was bad. And I also didn't like season 5B, but I am gonna talk about it because at least like some characters I liked were in there. So yeah. So when Santana auditions for the role of understudy, Rachel should not have freaked out. Rachel should have like sat silently and congratulated her when she was done, because she was not auditioning to be the lead. She was not. It would have been different if they wrote it that Santana was auditioning to be, what's her name, the funny girl, Fanny Price. Yeah, auditioning to be Fanny, but she wasn't. She was auditioning to be the understudy. So that really had no bearing on Rachel at all. She should have just been like, oh, good for you, and then moved on with her life. Because then she starts doing this nonsense where she tries to like put Kurt between them, and then she goes to Elliot's house, makes him sleep on the couch. She's so annoying. But I'm not going to talk about Rachel yet. But Santana was 100% in the right. I don't care what people had to say. Like, I've seen people try to say that Santana was wrong. She was not. I also didn't feel bad for Rachel anytime Santana dragged her, because Rachel most likely did something earlier in the episode to upset me, which made me feel justified that she was getting insulted. I don't think I've ever felt bad for Rachel. She's a very hard person to like sympathize and empathize with, because she gets everything that she wants. Also, can I talk about the foolishness with River? Okay, so in duets, when what's it called? Lucky by Sam and Quinn beat River Deep Mountain High by Santana and Mercedes. I understand that it was Rachel and it was Finn who like did it so that Sam could feel included or whatever garbage nonsense. Anyways, I understand they did it for that reason, right? I think Rachel had like an ulterior motive. There was like something else that she said she was doing it for. I think it was like so that he wouldn't, like Finn wouldn't feel good or something. I don't know. Season 2 was weird, but like he did it. They did that for that. But like Santana and Mercedes never got to win anything. Like I don't remember Santana and Mercedes winning. So yeah. Speaking of, we're going to the second best character on Glee, Miss Mercedes Jones.
You know what this is?
Toilet brush.
Mercedes, best singer on Glee. And I just really like her. She was like, people have like this, I saw someone say that Mercedes shouldn't have used being a diva to be mean to people. And they used Rachel as an example of someone who was a diva while still being nice.
Oh, hello. I couldn't help but notice you admiring me yesterday in the courtyard.
What?
Oh, you don't speak English. You like me sing. You like me sing very much.
I totally speak.
Gross. Mercedes was like a super nice person. She was one of the people who were like, I think there's like a small section of characters on Glee who are like good to be friends with, because a lot of these people are backstabbers. They'll sleep with your girlfriend and get her pregnant. Like it's a lot. Send you to a crack house. Who knows? So there's like a select few people who I think are like really good friends to have. Mercedes is definitely one of them. She's very supportive, but she also like the microaggressions. Because okay, so I don't know what the episode was called, but when Mr. Schuester kept calling, they tried to frame this narrative that Mercedes was lazy. No, she was not. She's been working hard for the past 3 years to sing backup for Rachel Berry. Does that even make sense? What's the point of going to dance booty camp just so you can ooh and ah behind Rachel? And then you want to act upset because she says her leg hurts? Oh, she's lazy. Why she gotta be lazy? Where was this lazy narrative coming from? Because I have other bones to pick with Ryan Murphy because anyways, that whole storyline did not sit right with me. Next, we're going on to my girl Marley Rose of season 4 Glee Kid fame.
I need sick ideas. If we're gonna impress Penny, this thing has to be so crazy that it's declared legally, clinically insane.
What if we had, like, sparklers, but we're inside? That's crazy.
Yeah, or
I see a lot of hate for Marley. They call her boring. They call her bland. She was not. I'm sorry. I saw someone say she deserved to get an eating disorder because she was boring. Marley was not boring. She was talented, and she was a nice person. I don't get what... Kitty was actively trying to murder her, and people want to... I'll talk about her in a second. But not in a second, but later. Marley Rose was not boring, and she was a good person. And I think people like to say she's like the new Rachel. I think the title New Rachel meant the lead singer, not saying that she was the same person as Rachel, because she was not. Marley Rose was a nice, talented, kind person. Rachel was not. Rachel was not. Rachel was selfish, mean-spirited, rude, horrible friend. Marley was like the only person to treat Unique with respect. Everyone else wanted to crack jokes. Everyone else wanted to laugh, point and laugh. Wanted to point and laugh. Marley did none of those things. One of the most talented, like, people don't seem to get it. I don't get where the hatred comes from, because the girl did nothing wrong. She was nice to people. Like, that was it. And I say she's boring and mean. She's boring and bland. Talented. That's what that is. She did not deserve an eating disorder. She did not deserve to be bullied because of her mom. Her mom shouldn't have been laughed at either. Okay. I don't get where the hatred is coming from, because I wake up to Marley slander, and it's a little distressing, because I like Santana. You know what I mean? I like Santana. She's a mean girl. I like Quinn, mean girl. However, they never gave anyone an eating disorder. Also, I would have loved a Marley Santana duet. That would have been great. Would have been great. I don't know what they would have sang. They would have did something that would have been excellent. Excellent. I don't get how people can... Okay, I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about it later. Alright, okay. Next, we have Blaine Anderson.
More like Mel Gibson and Mad Max. With your abs and your leather.
Wait, what leather?
The leather I was imagining you in when I was rubbing vapor cream all over your smooth, hairless chest.
Tina, I'm engaged.
What can I say? Blaine is like the most talented person in that Glee club. I'm sorry. Finn was jealous as soon as Blaine stepped into the room, because he knew that his days of leading with mediocrity were over. Were over. Over. Blaine Anderson can play the piano, can play guitar, can sing, can dance. I don't see any of the other Glee kids doing any of that stuff. Like, some can sing, some can dance, and by saying I mean sing well. I don't mean carry a note. I mean sing well. Not all of them can do that. Not all of them could do that because Mr. Schuester was letting it. Some of them couldn't even sing, couldn't even carry a tune because Mr. Schuester was letting everybody in there. That's not how you win championships. And you wonder why you're always on the verge of being canceled. Anyways, Blaine Anderson was the best thing to happen to that Glee club. I'm sorry. Because notice how they won the championship once Blaine came in. Like, I'm not going to say Blaine won the championship for them. Because, you know, Finn did do his thing with Paradise by the Dashboard Light. But notice how he had to step up his game when Blaine came in. Because he would have kept skating by with mediocrity. He would have kept going by with the mediocrity if Blaine Anderson did not step into that choir room and, like, he didn't even demand a solo. That's why he's different than Rachel. Because he did not demand a solo. He was ready to work as a team. Finn didn't want that. Finn knew his days were numbered. That's the thing. He came in. Blaine gets on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie. He's very annoying. He's one of my favorite characters. He's very, very annoying. The whole cheating storyline, very out of character, very whiny and annoying. How are you gonna cry because you cheated on somebody? Weirdo. Anyways, weirdo. Blaine, I like Blaine, not just because I liked him when he first came on, because season 2 Blaine was the best. It was the best version of Blaine. And then he kind of kept getting weirder and weirder and weirder to the point where he dated Kowalski.
Not alone.
Do not mess. Wouldn't be caught dead. I was pumping iron in the gym, and one of the guys told me you two were here spreading your fairy dust all over the place.
Would you just give it up? You can live whatever lie you want, but don't pretend the three of us don't know what's really going on here.
Next, we have Miss Quinn Fabre.
I can say without a doubt that your dad saved my life. Little Hepburn and Tracy wouldn't have a daddy if it wasn't for your dad. Those are the names of my kids who aren't born yet either.
We used a surrogate.
I donated the egg.
I like Quinn. She's a horrible person, but I like her. She's done a lot. She does a lot of stuff. She does. I still like her though. She never gave anyone an eating disorder. She never tried to kill someone. Ryan Murphy tried to ruin Quinn, but I still like her. You know why? Cause she's not a nice person. I won't say that. But you know what? People who are against Rachel are usually people that I like. Anyone who's like anti-Rachel, good in my book, because you know what's up. You see Rachel as the evil little troll that she is. Next, we have Miss Brittany S. Pierce.
I'm more talented than all of you. I see that clearly now. It's Brittany, bitch.
Oh. I'm tired of the Glee Club calling Brittany stupid. There's not an intelligent person in that club. There isn't. They're all dumb. They're all varying degrees of stupid. Nobody there is intelligent. Like, I think Santana and Quinn, okay, Quinn might be the smartest person in there. Santana is manipulative, Santana's not intelligent. I'm sorry, she isn't. She's not stupid, but she's not all the way there.
This morning I woke up and decided to swallow the sun. It's my James Earl Jones impression.
First of all, that is offensive. He shot Martin Luther King.
Brittany isn't intelligent either, but all of those people in that stupid Glee club were dumb. They were all dumb, and they want to yell at Brittany because she thinks Santa Claus exists. Look, Finn, you thought you impregnated someone by making out with her in the hot tub. And you have the nerve to call somebody else stupid?
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
Even if she is stupid, does it make it okay to tell her that to her face? And Brittany was not a bully. Brittany was not a bully. Yeah, she hung out with bullies. She was not a bully, though. She did not bully anyone. She insulted people sometimes, but so did everyone in the Glee club. Everyone on that show insulted everybody. They were all very mean to each other. I don't get how they were friends. They were all very mean to each other, so I don't get how Brittany gets singled out as this, like, evil, manipulative villain. Next. Okay. So, I have Kurt Hummel.
I think we can help. Mercedes is black. I'm gay. We make culture.
When I first watched the show, I didn't dislike Kurt. But I didn't, like, he was kind of, like, in the middle for me, but now he kind of, like, rewatching it, I feel like I like him a lot more now. Especially because he had the patience. But to put up with Rachel and Blaine's shenanigans, you have to be a good person. Like I said, I like Blaine. However, very annoying individual. Kurt, I like Kurt. You know what I mean? He's funny. He goes through a lot of stuff. When he gets gay bashed and then nobody, like, there's no, like, leftover, like, trauma. Nobody ever talks about it. They don't bring it up again, I don't think. Like, he was in the hospital, like, not waking up. And then they don't mention it again. They don't, like, talk about, like, oh, we should be, like, I don't know, like, have a conversation. That was Blaine and Kurt's biggest problem. They could not talk to each other because Kurt was very closed off, and Blaine was Blaine. But yeah, I watched the episode. Diva is one of my favorite episodes. Diva and Guilty Pleasures. And I watched the episode where it's Diva, and where where Rachel starts going crazy with power because she won the winter showcase at NYADA. And Kurt continues to be her friend. I don't know if it's like stupidity or if it's just being a generally nice human being, or maybe it's both, because Kurt, you should have dropped her like a bad habit. As soon as you started having like these three-way sleepovers with Mercedes and Rachel, you should have been like, she's the weakest link, let's dump her. Because Rachel is so annoying. When Kurt, the whole season where they really tried to solidify their friendship before they go to NYADA, like the writing tried to really show how good friends they are, Rachel did nothing but get on my nerves. First, when she started running for student president, even though she got the lead, even though she like was she was in every club. She was in the Black Student Union. She was in every club. Yet she was still auditioning. She was auditioning to be in West Side Story, was afraid that Mercedes would beat her for once. Notice how Mercedes never won on that show. It was always interrupted, or she would just leave. Like, it was never won. Anytime it looked like she was about to win, they would just do something stupid, like say it's a tie, or they would just be like, oh, the real winner was all of us. Yeah, Rachel got to win. Rachel got to win. Whether it was because people felt bad for her, whatever, she got to succeed. Mercedes did not. Not in that Glee club. Oh my gosh. And I know whose fault it is. I'll talk about him in a minute, because he gets on my nerves as well. What was I talking about? Kurt. Okay, so he's trying to run for student body president so that he can get into NYADA. And Rachel runs. For what reason exactly? She gets the idea from him, knowing that he's only running so he can get into college. Into the college that they both want to go to together, yet she's going to try to beat him. First of all, Rachel, who do you think is going to vote for you? Nobody likes you. Everybody sees you for the loser that you are. You want to complain that people don't like you because you're talented. No, people don't like you because you're a horrible person. There are plenty of talented people in that Glee club. People like them. Mercedes was the most popular girl at school in season 1. Yeah, look at you. Friendless and alone, as you should be. Next. Sam.
Pretty cool that our girlfriends are such good friends, right? Wish you and I were that close.
Can I just applaud this?
Okay, so I like Sam. he's kind of like, I like Sam. He's just like, I didn't like how they tried to turn him into Finn in season 5. I also didn't, this is another reason why I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about season 6. I know I said that. I said I wasn't going to talk about the season 6 characters. I'm going to talk about a part of season 6 that really just got on my nerves. Samchel, no, gross, disgusting. They really tried to turn Sam into Finn because he was like the closest one to him. Sam was more talented than Finn was. Was he? Like, yeah, I'd say so. Oh, what was I gonna say? Samchel. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. Why were Sam and Rachel together? It was gross. I didn't like how, like, it was, like, maybe, like, 3 episodes after, the quarterback, and they're already having Sam and Rachel flirting? Ew. What? Disrespectful. And I just didn't like the relationship. I think they should have just gotten Jonathan Groff and has set up Rachel and Jesse getting back together, because I think they were a better couple. I think they were a better couple than Finn and Rachel. I just really didn't like Finn and Rachel. They were very, very, very frustrating, very annoying. I didn't like them. But Sam, I like Sam. He has some very unlikable moments. For example, Lights Out, that whole episode where Ryder talks about his abuse. I don't watch that episode. I don't like Ryder. I tried to deal here. Okay, I don't like Ryder, so I don't watch Lights Out. But Sam and Artie were very out of line. I get what they were trying to do, but I feel like they should have, I don't know, that whole storyline, it wasn't even a storyline, but it was just very mishandled. I'll talk about Ryder later too. Next, Tina.
That seems a little crazy.
No. That seems a little Tina Cohen Chang. Respect.
The destruction of Tina Cohen Chang was, first of all, they had her sing Gangnam Style. Second of all, why did Tina suddenly become a horrible person? Why did Tina suddenly become like the light of the unholy trinity? Because Rachel Light. Because I understand the frustration, Tina. You know what? I don't mind. I understand the frustration. You are angry because of your years of belittlement and mistreatment. However, you're taking it out on the wrong kids. Why are you taking it out on my girl Marley? Blaming her for losing at sectionals. You know why y'all lost at sectionals? Because Finn told you to sing Gangnam Style. It had nothing to do, like, it had something to do with Marley passing out. First of all, that rule is so stupid. You can't leave even if one of your teammates pass out. That makes no sense. That's so dumb. And, like, are you just supposed to keep dancing? She's on the floor. She could have died. If they had waited longer, she would not be here with us today. Tina continued to just, like, hold that over Marley's head. And, like, you're taking it out on the wrong groups of kids. You should have been you should have been yelling at Mr. Shu. You should have been yelling at Mr. Shu, yelling at Finn, because he was one of the culprits of your mistreatment. Finn never said 2 words to Tina. Well, okay. He like cut her off when she was stuttering in the first episode, and then did not speak to her again. And then until season 4, episode 17, Diva, one of my favorite episodes, when he says, "Wow, Tina." Y'all have known each other for 4 years. 4 years, and you have yet to say another word to me. We have been in the Glee Club together 4 years. He wasn't in the Glee Club for that 4th year, but he was teaching the Glee Club in that 4th year. And that's the first word you have said to me since the week we met? That does not sit right with me. Also, that whole Glee Club trying to trick her into thinking Rachel is a one-in-a-lifetime talent. They pretty much said, sit down and shut up, Tina. Where the grown-ups are talking. Next, we have Jake Puckerman.
Until you learn to love yourself.
Now, I like season 4 Jake. If this was just solely talking about season 4 Jake, I probably would have had him above Tina and Sam. He would have been like behind Kurt. But no, sadly, Jake from season 4 did not continue to exist because Jake.
Oh Lord, I'm sorry. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
Jake, I can't stand him. Jake cheated on Marley Rose with Brie, of all people. Disgusting, because she didn't want to sleep with him. The girl just recovered from an eating disorder, and a big part of their relationship, a big part of his story arc, was that he had changed, and I liked that. They were a cute couple until he cheated on her. Like, and I know who's at fault. I know who is to blame. I know who is to blame. However, that also, I know who is to blame, but Jake, why? Jake, why? And I started off when I watched it, I knew Jake was going to cheat on her. I knew Jake was going to cheat on her because I'd seen the clip where she confronts him for cheating. So I knew he was going to cheat. And I was like, I don't like him. He's going to cheat on her. And then I kept watching it, and I liked them. And I liked them so much I forgot that he cheated on her. And I kept watching, and then he cheated on her. I was disgusted and repulsed. Because why would you cheat on Marley? With the entire cheerleading team. Yeah, pretty much. He kept going into that bathroom so he could sleep with Brie. And then Brie got the pregnancy scare. I've seen people say they wanted Jake and Marley to get back together. No, I did not want them to get back together. Because he cheated on her. Because she didn't want to sleep with him. That was the thing. He wanted to be back with in season 5 was bad. He wanted to be back with Marley because he's like, you make me a better person. You can't be with someone for them to make you a better person. You have to be with someone because you want to be with them, and then you can become a better person on your own. Next, Unique. I like Unique. I did not like that Unique transferred schools. She transferred schools so that she would be more accepted in McKinley, only for her to get humiliated and bullied day after day. She should have stayed in Caramel High, whatever, Vocal Adrenaline, because at least they were winning championships. What, you have this pasty 12-year-old boy haircut having loser named Ryder bullying you. I did not care what his thoughts were. I really cannot. He is such a loser. He dresses like a child. You 30-year-old man. I don't even think he was 30, but he looked 30 years old. Disgusting. Anyways, he was bullying her for what? And then people still like him. No, gross, ew, what is there to like about him? The man can't even sing. Anyways, yeah. So, those were my thoughts on Unique. Next, Mike. Mike was kind of unproblematic. When I say kind of unproblematic, what I mean, this is another thing. I don't get how people can like Mike more than like Marley. Mike had one storyline. And you want to say Marley's boring? Mike had one storyline. I like Mike too. Mike had one storyline. And you want to say Marley is boring. You want to say Marley is boring. Mike had one storyline. Also, when he told Tina that Rachel was a one-of-a-kind, do you want to date Rachel? Is that what you told your girlfriend of like 3 years that Rachel was a one-of-a-kind talent? And that's why Tina should not even try? And then I'm supposed to feel happy that Tina gives up on like trying because for Rachel to sing? So yeah, that's why Mike ranked lower than Tina. Also, he had one storyline, which was rooted in racism. Asian F. They gave him Mike had been there since season 1, gave him his first storyline in season 3, and then have it based in Asian stereotypes. What is this, the Bratz movie? What are we doing? Next, I have Jesse St. James.
I'm sorry that it's come to this, but you guys were awful to me. You never accepted me, you never listened to my clearly superior ideas.
The best male singer on that show. And if you're only going to talk about the main characters, then it would go to Blaine. But the best male singer on that show. Definitely. Jesse, I liked him. I think he should have been a bigger part of season 6. Maybe that would have been more enjoyable for me because then it would have cut down on the Sam Schul nonsense. Yeah, I don't get how he maintained being in love with Rachel Berry for 6 years. 6 years you did not love anyone else besides Rachel Berry? Ew. That's a little pathetic. Like, I get he has, like, the same kind of build-up personality as she... Like, he has the same, like, base personality as she does. Yet Jonathan Groff's a better actor than she is. Lea Michele cannot act. Lea Michele cannot act her way out of a paper bag.
I never found you funny. I never found you entertaining. I never found you smart. I just found you annoying.
I saw her on Scream Queen. She was horrible. And then I'm watching her on Glee. Horrible. The only thing she can do is cry. She can cry and be sad. That's it. I don't care. But I don't care about Rachel enough for me to care that she's sad. Next, we have Finn Hudson.
Finn Hudson, and I'd like to audition for the Cheerios.
Am I dreaming? Is this happening?
I have mixed feelings on Finn. I can say I liked him for a solid season and a half. He didn't get on my nerves. Because Finn was so annoying. But I liked him. But he was so annoying. But I liked him. Like, he was just slurs. You see, like, and I'm supposed to... I don't get how they wanted me to like him and yet still had him spewing slurs and then said, oh, well, he didn't have a hateful bone in his body. I don't think Finn was hateful. I just didn't like the narrative. That, like, I feel like if Glee could have gotten away with it, Finn would have called Mercedes, like, colored or something, and then some variation of that. Pick a slur, pick anyone, and he would have called her that. And then Mr. She would have been like, well, Finn's not racist, you know that. This would have been their Black Lives Matter episode. And then Mercedes would have been upset, but then everyone would have gaslighted her and told her that Finn calling her a slur meant nothing. And then he would have sung They Don't Really Care About Us on piano. Because what was that girls just want to have fun nonsense? What was it? Because that does not make up for you outing her. That does not make up for you outing her, loser. Yeah, so I liked Finn. I know it doesn't sound like I do, but I did. He was funny. He was kind of like, he was dumb. That's why he was really dumb. I'm gonna call Brittany stupid when you're dumb. But yeah. Brittany said Christopher Cross discovered America. Finn's nodding his head, and you want to call her stupid. You want to call her stupid. You forgot you were taking U.S. history. You want to call her stupid. No, I'm sorry. Next, we have Artie Abrams.
How about somebody marries, y'all?
This is the last character that I like, and he's kind of verging on me not liking him. Third best male voice in that Glee club. They kept giving him the black songs. I don't know why. I know why. Artie Abrams killed it every time. Kevin McHale, best part of the Bratz movie. But yeah, Artie's very, like, annoying. And, like, every time he had a girlfriend, he's calling her, like, woman. Next, so now we move on to the characters I didn't like.
Because you're all minorities.
You're in the Glee Club.
So this is a much smaller list, but still, we open the list up with Puckerman. I'm not gonna put his picture up. I'll just have his songs. Because I'm not going to put his picture up. I don't want that man's face in my video. Mark Sailing. I know that's not how his name is pronounced. I don't really care at this point. Horrible person. I've talked about him before on my channel. In my Leah Michelle video. I talked about him in my Leah Michelle video and a different video that I did. I think it was my Taylor Swift ranking all of her songs. Yeah, Puck just kind of, like, I think season 1 through 3 Puck I like mostly, but yeah, season 4 Puck, when he dated a sophomore at age 19. Yeah, so we're moving on from that depressing subject to Spencer. And I know you're probably, now, if you hopefully ditched Glee before it hit that train wreck of a 6th season, you might be wondering, well, who's Spencer? Spencer's one of the season 6 newbies. Now, before someone says I contradicted myself, that I wasn't going to talk about the season 6 newbies, I'm not going to talk about all of them. Just him, because I can't stand him. So, Spencer, his main... Everyone says they like the season 6 movies. No, they were horrible people. Not horrible people, just bad characters. Spencer cannot sing.
Dressed up to the eyes, it's a wonderful surprise. It's Friday, I'm in love.
He can't sing. His whole character was that he's gay, but he's not like the other gay kids who like musical theater. No, he likes football or something. I don't know. It was just kind of like he's not like the other gays, but like, that's internalized homophobia. That's what that was. Because do you need to, it's the same thing as the I'm not like the other girls trope. If you don't take your internalized misogyny somewhere else. Because what was, like, I get it. You don't want, like, the only thing Kurt and him had in common were that they were gay, and that's why they sent him in there. But, like, they called him a postmodern gay. A postmodern gay. What is that supposed to mean? Because it's been 2 years since Kurt was at that school, and it's been a year since Blaine was at that school. So what on earth does a postmodern gay mean? Were they the modern? I don't get it. Because you mean he's not a stereotype, sure. But it's like, do you have to constantly mention it every 5 seconds? The internalized homophobia is just like coming out of your pores. Very annoying. Also, he can't sing. Man is tone deaf. tone deaf, and every time they try to make him sing, laced with auto-tune. Ugh. Next we have Kitty Wild.
Nothing scarier than a girl with a penis.
Can't stand her. Don't like her. Gave Marley an eating. Almost killed her. She's evil. Like, she tried to be Quinn for Brie. She tried to be Quinn for Brie. She was not. She was not. Quinn was not evil. She was mean. There is a difference. And people try to... Okay. People kept saying, oh, I didn't like season 5, season 4 Marley. I mean, not Marley. Season 5, season 4 Kitty. But in season 6, when she comes back, I liked her then.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
I was expecting some turn of events, but I should have known I was being lied to and manipulated. She is just as annoying as she was then. The only thing is she isn't actively trying to kill anybody. That's the only difference. She stopped giving people eating disorders. Now you're probably like, how do you give somebody eating disorder? That has to be... No, she snuck into behind the stage of Grease so that she can sew up Marley's Sandy costume to make it tighter so that Marley would think she's gaining weight, then pretended to be her friend and manipulated her into thinking that bulimia is the best way to lose weight. No. Oh, but wait, Kitty had... No. Kitty is evil, and anyone who excuses that behavior is also evil. You weirdos. How are you gonna say that Kitty's not a horrible person? Some people are like, well, I like to separate season 4 and 5 Kitty from season 6 Kitty. There's no separation because she's just as annoying. This time she's like, you didn't even know our names, Rachel. You're right, she didn't. You're right, she didn't. But you were also very annoying. Very annoying, very evil. Who cares what you have to think? Next we have Brie.
Prom queen. Now I know you're thinking to yourself, but OMG, Brie, I love the Asian girl from Glee Club. Well, punch yourself in the face so I don't have to. I do not give a flying fart, and the Cheerios do not give a flying fart about how much you love your sisters from Glee Club. You have 51 weeks out of the year to love your sisters from Glee Club, and this week is not, I repeat, not one of them. This week is about winning prom queen for the Cheerios, and that's not gonna happen if you're off campaigning for Kim Chi-ko and Barf or whoever. Are you an idiot, Kitty? That's not a rhetorical question. I literally want you to tell me if you're mentally slow so I can be sure you're not nominated for future prom courts.
I found this while I was like looking at videos for Brie. This was kind of embarrassing for you because I have strong opinions on Glee, but they're not that strong, weirdos. Anyways, back to the video. The fake Santana Lopez. The only reason she's the fake Santana Lopez and not the fake Quinn for Brie, you guessed it, she's black. That's it. That's it. That's the only reason. She tried, like, she didn't have the delivery. She did not have the delivery. Santana had, like, it was the line delivery from Naya Rivera that really made her pop. Brie did not have that. Next. The pasty-faced, 12-year-old haircut having, I'm a nice guy, I'm getting catfished, I dress like a 10-year-old boy, Fryderlin.
I don't think it's any of us.
Everybody pull out your phones right now.
Relax, man.
All right, fine. Nobody's gonna say anything. Pull out your phones, and I want to see all of your phones. All of your phones. Pull out your text. I'm so serious.
Can't sing. People say his best song is Everybody Hurts. I haven't listened to that song since I watched the episode. Can't sing, can't dance, can't act, bad character, and a bad person. bad person. Ew. He hyper fixated on whichever girl he had a crush on, even if the girl was a catfish. And that, so annoying. That whole catfish storyline was so dumb. He nearly had everyone murdered in the school shooting episode so that he can figure out who the catfish is. Is that serious? Is it that serious? Is it really? No. Next, we have the man, boy, demon himself, Mr. Schuester.
That's hard to find. I don't mind.
The flop. Anyways, Mr. Schuester failed in life, so he had to project all of his success onto children, and then he had to pass on his burden of leading the Glee Club for the rest of his life to another child. At first, that child was going to be Finn, then it turned out to be Sam. Do you even need a Glee Club in a performing arts school? I might be wrong. I don't go to a performing arts school. However, that whole thing was stupid. How did he become principal? Also, horrible husband. Also, that scene where he's like with Terry and he's like trying to see her stomach. Terrifying. He also plays a domestic abuser on Grey's Anatomy. Fits. I feel like I've already like insulted Mr. Shu enough, like with my other character, like with other descriptions of characters. Oh no, hold on. Why did Mr. Shu never let Mercedes, whenever Mercedes was gonna win at life, Mr. Shu always like slipped it back to like Rachel winning, or we're all winners, or just what was with the laziness? That felt like he was telling her to stay in her place. It felt like he said, stay in your place. You people will never succeed. You people will never be free. It felt like he was calling me an abundance of slurs through my screen, like Mr. Finn Hudson. I see where he gets it from. Mr. Shu and his weird attachment to minors.
You broke the code of a brother, Finn.
Felt like he was telling Mercedes to stay in her place. Next. Now we're truly at the end. The worst character on Glee is Rachel Berry.
My gold stars are a metaphor for me being a star.
Disgusting. You had to see it coming. I do not like her. She was bearable in season 1. Bearable, just slightly. Gets worse as the show goes on. When everyone is obsessed, this is why I don't like season 6. When everyone is obsessed with sending her to NYADA or to Broadway, they're having little council meetings about it without her even being there, arguing, getting into fights over whether or not Rachel should be going to NYADA or back to Broadway. When she got mad at Santana because she auditioned to be the understudy. She's a horrible friend, horrible person. Her voice is boring. I got tired of the ballads. All of her songs mashed together. I do not like her. I do not like her. I only like 2 of her solos. And she had 46 solos. And like, what was it? 230 songs. Can't stand her. Gross. She's such an evil little person. Like, so yeah, that's my video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on no, follow me on Instagram, and then watch one of my videos like here, another one will be like here, I'm probably wrong, and then watch my last video here, another video will be here, and then my channel will be there. Sign the petition linked in my description box below, and I'll see you guys next week. Alright, bye. GoPro, stop recording.